Chimo was at a complete disadvantage. He paddled as fast as he could, but he could not go fast enough. The harder he tried, the closer his enemies got, until he unintentionally hit a car, stopping his enemies in their tracks. But these bullies did not give up. He never lost them, and he ended up getting a full break when he skillfully climbed down the stairs with his bicycle. This was his childhood nemesis, Rubio. He arrived home to his beautiful family, where he was at peace and loved. After having his meal, he took his grandfather to the hospital for his regular checkup and went back to his job. But he could not concentrate on the job, as he consistently kept ogling at this beautiful girl, and she flirted back, making him more excited. He followed her to the counter and had a chat with her, but before she left, she said happy birthday, and Chimo was shocked by this knowledge. It turned out she was friends with his sister, and she already knew who she was. He arrived home at night to see his grandfather playing the happy birthday song with his trumpet, wondering where all the family was, but it was a surprise, and they came out singing, but also with the gift he's always wanted, a motorcycle. The girl finally introduces herself properly, and they start talking. They go on a beautiful date, sharing a lot of laughter, and not being able to take their hands off each other. But somehow, this wonderful date was interrupted by Rubio, making Chimo crap on himself. Somehow, his new friend acted more like a man than he did. He was frozen and crippled while she tried to fight on his behalf, but she ended up leaving after she was completely humiliated. Chimo did nothing, watching her leave, as Rubio took the car keys of his new bike. He went home, not eating and not leaving his room for weeks. His mom tried to console him, but to no avail. But finally, he ended up joining the family, which brought a smile to his mother's teary eyes. His sister saw how broken he was and made the hard decision to call the police, but Chimo stopped her. Lola was wondering why she was more pissed than she was. She even went as far to blame their mom for coddling him and growing him into a wuss. This altercation made their grandfather uneasy, and they injected him to make him stable again. But Chimo realized Lola was right, and it was time for a change. He started training to make him better, to face his enemies. His transformation was making his family more than happy. They were proud of the man he was becoming, but not his ex. She had already moved on and found the real man. One day, as he took his grandfather to the hospital for his regular checkup, he heard a voice so distinct and yet so clear. He had to check it out, and he was shocked to see he was right. It was the voice of the one person who had tormented him his whole life. He had been waiting for this moment. Rubio got into an accident with his bike, making him crippled. His spinal cord was severely injured, but all Chimo did was watch in anger. Rubio goaded him to grow a pair. This was his chance, but he somehow walked out of the room, not lifting a finger. He went to the hospital reception to get more information about Rubio and his visits, deciding his next choice of action. And through research, he found his home. This time, he came with a little bit of aggressiveness. Rubio had to listen to him. He did not want to be violent, and so he found everyone Rubio ever bullied, and they beat him up to a pulp. Chimo started getting uncomfortable, asking them to stop, but they turned against him. It was only through the intervention of the police that they all ran away. Chimo took him back to his home, as Rubio's father arrived shortly after. Rubio asked Chimo to hide under his bed, as he heard Rubio being verbally abused by his father. Somehow, this made him feel at peace. He realized Rubio had it harder than he thought. He initially came to get an apology from Rubio, but he ended up forgiving him after he truly understood his predicament. He made an active choice to keep helping Rubio. At first, Rubio was disgusted by this, but they grew closer, building an unexpected friendship. Chimo made sure he was always safe and even invited him to his home for a meal. His mother was shocked, but understanding. But Lola once again was understandably fuming, as he thought his brother had no edge, helping the one person who completely destroyed his life. It turns out, Rubio always thought Lola was hot, and during her tirade, he told her how beautiful she looked, which made her leave, making everyone else at the table laugh. The next day as he visited, Chimo found Rubio abused by his father, and he took him off the floor and cleaned him up. But Rubio got mad at why Chimo was still helping him after all he did, and asked him to leave. But Chimo decided at that moment they were going to leave his abusive father. He beat Rubio mercilessly, serving as a payback, but also for a good cause, and called the police immediately. The police arrested his father and took him to a nice facility to recover properly. While he settled in, he gave Chimo the money for his motorbike he stole. He told Rubio of his dream to help his mother start a churro business, and he invested into the place. They became more than family, and Rubio asked Chimo to help him do something that we did not understand. But Chimo did, and did not want to do it. After giving it much thought, he tried to help Rubio kill himself. He went through with it, pushing Rubio to drown and die a peaceful death. But as he sat in his car to drive away, he could not believe what he had done and went back to get him. He resuscitated him as Rubio breathed again, and he could not help but smile. Moral of the story: